Hello, beautiful people of the interwebs! This is going to be my 17th attempt at a vlog. I bet you thought I was dead, but I'm not. I have been meaning to record this vlog for what feels like a year, but I think it's just been maybe a couple of months. And oddly enough, the reason that I wanted to record the vlog all that time is basically the same reason that I have been putting off recording the vlog all that time. That might seem counterintuitive, but it isn't. Let me explain. As usual, my vlog starts off with an apology for not having any content for you for long periods of time. You're probably getting tired of hearing me say that, and I'm getting tired of having to say it. Believe me, but I am, once again, sorry. But that's basically the reason I wanted to record a vlog all this time, is because bad stuff keeps happening in my life, bad thing after bad thing after bad thing, and it's kind of eating up all of my time, and I wanted to record a vlog about it to let you guys know that, so that you knew sort of what was going on, and that I haven't abandoned my channel, and that I haven't decided I don't want to do Let's Plays or vlogs or anything anymore. It's just been a matter of I've got no time. But the thing that made me put off recording the vlog for all of that time is that I kept waiting for something good to happen. I was like, I don't want to record a vlog and it's all just about, hey, life sucks. All these bad things happen. This bad thing, this bad thing, this bad thing, this bad thing. And isn't that terribly depressing? Okay, bye! I was hoping, I wanted to wait until something good had happened, so the end of the vlog would be like, and now we have hope and things are getting better and everything's gonna be okay. And okay, spoiler alert, nothing good has happened. It's just that eventually so much time had passed that I was like, I really should just record the vlog. This is getting out of hand. I'm just gonna try to boil things down for you a little bit, because it has been just months of just bad shit happening in detail upon detail upon detail. This basically started in mid-December when my publishing company was sold, and basically all of us are losing our jobs. Actually, before that, for a few weeks, I had had some health stuff with like migraines and exhaustion and stuff like that, but that's, par for the course for me, so that wasn't any big deal. You're kind of used to hearing about that, but yeah, losing our jobs, kind of a big deal. There was a little bit of not horribleness in it, in that I was one of the few who was asked to stay on for a transition period, which is still ongoing. So at the moment, I'm still working at the same place at the same job, though not for the same company. I'm making the same pay if you look at it from an hourly rate point of view, but I have no benefits, I have no vacation time, I have no sick time, no personal time, no insurance, and all of that stuff. So I've already had to take time off that's not paid. I've had to find my own insurance through the marketplace, which is a pain in the ass, by the way. And in addition to that, despite working full-time, I have to also look for a job, which of course I can't do while I'm working, so I have to do that in the evenings, and it's very difficult because I work during the day. I'm looking for jobs that are during the day, but they're closed, so I have to do it online, which isn't the best way to do things, and it's gotten really complicated over the years. Applying for jobs online takes forever now. So that has taken up a lot of my time, and one of the things I was hoping that would happen before I felt I really needed to record this vlog was I was hoping that I would have found a job. Unfortunately, I have not. I don't know when my last day with this transitional period is, but it could literally be any time from tomorrow to the end of April. Judging at the speed at which things are moving, I suspect the real stop date will be somewhere between the end of February and the end of March, but I still don't know 100% for sure. I suspect one day I'll go in there and they'll just say, okay, Reesha, today's your last day. We don't need you anymore. Bye. And that'll be it. I'll be unemployed. Now, one might think, oh, yay, you're going to be unemployed. You'll be home all day and you can play games and do Let's Plays and vlogs and you can stream for us. And that would be great if there was somebody else who was going to pay my bills, but there isn't. So when I'm unemployed, assuming I don't manage to find a new job before then, I'm going to be spending a lot of my daytime hours going around looking for work. So it isn't going to be all happy, exciting times of living the dream, as it were. It's not going to be this, is what I'm saying. All of that was bad enough, and it was taking up a lot of time, a lot of my evening times. Then a little while after that, my car got damaged in a black ice incident, and it was, of course, in the parking lot of my previous employment where I'm still technically working. And originally their insurance was going to pay for it. And after making me wait for 2 weeks and follow up and fax things and get my own quotes and everything, they finally decided that they were not going to pay for it. So I had to pay for it. With all of that time, spent doing what they needed me to do down the drain. So that took up some time. And then while all that has been ongoing, recently my mother was hospitalized. She doesn't live near me. It's a good 6 or so hour drive to get to her, a drive that I cannot do because my car right now is lucky to make it back and forth to my job. There's a lot of details about her condition, but essentially she was diagnosed with Parkinson's, and her Parkinson's has become full-blown extremely quickly. Within the course of a few months, she has gotten really, really bad. Usually doesn't progress quite so quickly. She definitely did some things, or rather didn't do some things that she needed to, that made it progress much faster. She was hospitalized for a little under a week, and with a lot of problems. She had pneumonia, broken ribs, all kinds of bad things going on, some Parkinson's dementia as well, and has recently been put into a rehab facility and nursing home where she can have 24-hour care, and she can start really intense rehab in the hopes of maybe getting her to the point where she can go home. But I feel like those hopes are kind of pie in the sky sort of hopes, because she's so bad off, she falls so much, that they're saying at this point she needs to have 2 people with her, one on each side of her, whenever she moves, all the time. And there's no one in our family who would be able to provide that kind of care. We have a couple of families that have one person home all day, but nobody who has 2 people home. And there aren't 2 portions of the family that have one person home all day that are close enough to each other that they could like get a bigger house together or something like that, that the family is sort of split up. So there's nobody who can provide that sort of care. My family is not an affluent family, and all of us together couldn't begin to pay for the level of care that she needs. So there's been a lot of stuff with like Medicare and Medicaid, and that's been taking up a good deal of time, and keeping in touch with her doctors and her nurses and her, of course, and her sister-in-law, who's the closest family to her, who actually is only a 20-minute drive from the rehab center where she currently is. So she's able to go over there several times a week, bring her things, talk to her, bring her dog over to see her because she misses her dog. So that's been taking up a good deal of my time, and obviously causing a lot of stress. Obviously my mother has the worst of it. She's the one who's stuck in a place with a bunch of strangers and doesn't get to go home at the end of the day. So it's worse for her. But it is very stressful, and it's taking up a lot of time. Obviously, with all of this different stuff, coming at me one after another, you of course get the oncoming depression when you suffer from occasional depression, as I do. Luckily, it hasn't gotten that bad, which is really good, because I cannot afford to be completely out of action. I have so much that I need to do that I just can't be sitting listlessly on the couch for weeks at a time staring into space. That's really not going to work for me. So thankfully it hasn't gotten that bad. Now, as you might suspect and probably have already guessed, one of the first things that falls by the wayside when something like this, like all these different things, is taking up a lot of my time is the gaming stuff. Basically, one of the first things to fall behind is YouTube, anything that I have to edit. And that's really the reason. Anything that I upload to YouTube takes a good deal of editing. This vlog takes a good deal of editing. As far as, Twitch streaming, people there will tell you that I'm streaming less than I was before. I'm lucky if I can get, 1 stream out a week at this point. And the reason the time goes to Twitch before it goes to YouTube is just because of quantity of content that I can get out. If I have an evening where I'm like, oh, I have 4 interrupted hours where I can provide some sort of gaming content, what can I do? My choices are hit a button, go live on Twitch, provide 4 hours of content, hit a button, be done, go on with my life. Or I can spend 4 hours trying to get a 30-minute gameplay video recorded, edited, and uploaded to YouTube, and I probably won't make it. So essentially, YouTube is much more time consuming than Twitch is, so that's why YouTube falls by the wayside first, and then Twitch falls by the wayside, and then soon after that, my time for my friends falls by the wayside, and my friends will tell you that time gets away from me right now so much. I'll think that I've hung out with somebody, 2 or 3 days ago, and then I look and I realize it's been 2.5 weeks since we've really talked, and it just, time is really getting away from me because I just have too much stuff on my plate right now. And I want to let you know about all this stuff because I don't want you to think that my lack of content means that I've given up on gaming or YouTube or Twitch or anything like that. These are delays that I can't help and that I would prefer not to be happening because I would prefer to be giving you content like every day in some way or another. But life is just in my grill. It's right here, and it won't go away. Very recently, an interesting thing did happen. It seemed like a good thing. I was invited to join Rise Up Gaming, which is an organization and Twitch group which is dedicated to the eradication of intolerance, verbal abuse, and just general asshattery in the gaming community, which is something I'm very much behind. And, my channel has my Twitch channel has always had a list of rules that are specifically about that, so it seemed like a good fit, and I agreed to join. I've been joined up with them for maybe a week or two now. Again, time gets away from me. I'm not even sure for how long. I don't really know much about it yet. There is a meeting for all the members tomorrow night. I hope at that meeting to learn some more about what all I'm meant to do. What I know about it right now is, it's just sort of supporting that message and making sure that my channel stands by that message. And also there could be possibility of being able to do some charity streams on their main channel. The only problem I see with that is having to commit to a specific day and time slot up to a month ahead of time, which for obvious reasons is damn near impossible for me right now. So I sort of need life to settle down a little bit and just steady out before I would be able to do that. But hopefully that will happen soon. I mean, it has to, right? How much worse could it possibly get? I probably shouldn't have said that. I mean, there is, some good stuff. I mean, my health is okay. I don't feel too bad, and there's nothing horrible going on with me at the moment, physically. Izzy is doing pretty well. She's asleep right now in her heated bed, or I would, show her to you, but she's sleeping. For a cat going on 17, she seems to be doing pretty well. And I've got a lot of friends who are being really supportive and kind and understanding about my situation. So that's a nice thing to have going on when you've got all this stuff happening. But essentially, yeah, all this stuff is just taking up so much of my time that I can't. I'm just so behind on everything. It's just ridiculous. You don't even want to see my house right now. You should just be so glad that this screen is here right now, because behind this screen, it's just disaster. It's like Force 10 disaster area back there. I mean, I'm a messy person at the best of times, but when shit like this is going down and all my time is being taken, oh my God, my house, oh my God, it's so bad. You don't even want to talk about it. And unfortunately, the one thing that I had that I thought, oh, this is a great idea, while all of this stuff is going on with time being taken up and everything, is I can move old content from my Twitch highlight sections into my YouTube channel. And, all you have to do is you press a button, you type in a description, and Twitch does all the uploading to YouTube for you. And I thought, well, I can do this once a day so that there's always a video. And those of you who can't come to the Twitch streams for one reason or another, or who would just like to relive stuff that, happened a year ago, you could watch those. And that would be sort of new, even though technically not new, content for the channel, so that things just weren't just dead around here. Well, unfortunately, despite the fact that this is supposed to be a super simple press one button and upload process, oh, it's so easy, it is so broken. It so does not work properly. I hadn't gone very far at all before I came up against all of these problems where it's like, oh, well, the video is in a different format, so if it's past a certain amount of time, we can't split it and upload it to YouTube properly. You can only split it into 15-minute increments and then go on YouTube and use their feature to like knit everything back together. But I can't even do that because every time I press the button, it just fails. And so it got to the point where it was like, okay, in order to upload the next highlight, so think of it as like the next episode of the Let's Play of this Twitch highlight, like whatever it is, I have to go back into my own files, find my original stream recording that I've kept locally, find the highlight section and pull it out of that video into like, an hour or something, and create another video and upload it myself onto YouTube. So now it's like this huge process that I don't have time to do, which is the whole point while I was trying to just move stuff out of Twitch. It doesn't work properly. So even that has stopped because that's a huge time suck as well. I would really like it if that would work properly. But the last I heard, they said, oh yeah, eventually we plan to make it work properly. We don't have any ETA on that though, which says to me it's like really, really, really low priority. So I hope that kind of explains at least a little bit why this vlog is the first you've seen of me in I don't even know how long. Has it been 2 or 3 years? Feels like it. It's been at least a couple of months anyway, maybe more than that. I haven't recorded any more Skyrim since the last video that you've seen. That's the last that I had. And I still have a couple of episodes worth of footage from my last Dragon Age Origins recording, which is probably from the summer, that I haven't had time to edit and upload because those videos take a lot longer to edit than the Skyrim ones do because they're just a lot more specialized with the moving around of the face cam and finding the individual edit points and everything. I haven't even had time to do that. So there's this old Dragon Age Origins footage that exists out there that you eventually, hopefully, will see. And certainly haven't gotten to the point where I've gone in and modded Dragon Age Origins in the hopes of getting past the glitch that got me stopped that you haven't even seen yet because I haven't had time to edit it for you. Yeah, essentially I am a failure at being a YouTuber and it is all because of real life. Trademark. Like I said at the beginning, I really wanted to hold off on recording this vlog until I had something positive and uplifting and happy to add to the end to say, there's hope and things are changing. But the reality is nothing is changing. Everything is just still completely in limbo, in flux, and so much of my time is taken up that I literally have no idea when I can provide steady content. And I want to very, very much. You have no idea how much I want my life to be in a situation where I can upload content to you preferably every day, but at least a few times a week. I mean, that's really where I want to be with YouTube and Twitch and gaming in general. Life is just not cooperating with me right now, and honestly, it's really starting to piss me off. I'm gonna write a letter. All of that said, I really don't want to bring you down. Like I said, I'm okay. I'm getting by. Things eventually, obviously, will work themselves out. It's not going to be horrible forever. It's just been this way for a while now, so it's a little disheartening. But I'm sure that soon enough, things will get better. Regardless of all of that, I am still managing to stream occasionally. Right now, about once a week for a few hours. I would hope to be able to increase that soon. I can't make any guarantees, but hopefully I will see you at a stream soon enough. If not, then, hopefully I'll soon have time for another vlog, or maybe something will happen so that I can just record a quick update to let you know that something wonderful has happened. That would be great. I would love it if I stopped recording this and the phone rang and I had a job. That would be awesome. I would be super, super excited, and I would record another vlog right away to let you know. So hopefully that will happen sooner rather than later. Until then, I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you're doing better than I am. But, feel free in the comments below if your life has been in the shitter lately as well. Tell me your story. Maybe we can commiserate each other's misery and we'll feel better. Thanks for watching. I hope that you have a really great night, and I really appreciate you hanging in there with me and just being patient while life works itself out, as I'm sure it eventually will. Until then, have yourself a great night. Bye!